And welcome to 20's Know-It-All. I am your host, Dylan. Tonight we have quite a bunch of new guests. We have Jessica, aka JC. We have Erica. We have a mystery guest. And we have returning Xavier. And we might have Pete on. Pete, are we going to have you on today? I'm not sure, buddy. Let's just see what happens. Thank you for tuning in to 20's Know-It-All.
You almost fit right, though.
No. Alrighty, thank you all for tuning in to 20's Know-It-All. With our first guest, we have Erica. Erica is a young woman who is currently going to school. High school, she is 18. Boy, that sounds like something you put on your Tinder page. We are going to be talking about politics, because that is what she is interested in. If you all listened to last week's episode, my interest level in politics is I get upset, turn off the TV, and I go drinking. I feel like that's the American thing to do now. Erica, what are your political views on this? Because you just blasted basically the Conservative Party and the Democratic Party. You know, what are you honestly thinking on this?
Well, I think that either way, the
society... So fuck it, let's just blast them all.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so here's what we've got. We've got a guy who trades with terrorists. Now, let's be honest with you. You said trades with terrorists. You're sounding a little kind of cruel about that. I'm saying that because this is not the first president to deal with bad people. I mean, he's not. Let's be honest. FDR, he had to deal with the fucking Nazis and Joseph Stalin. And as bad as terrorism is, Stalin, that was a whole motherfucking different game. Either way, horrible fucking people. They're fucking assholes. And now we've got Hillary Clinton, who likes to lie on emails and all that shit with Benghazi. So let's sacrifice Americans, because that's always fun. And then, of course, we've got Trump. Oh, Trump.
He's a great guy.
Oh, he is such a wonderful guy. I love Trump. I don't love Trump because he's a good person. I love Trump because whenever I turn on the TV and it says Trump said, I was like, that's my show. I'm watching that. Because Trump, you know what, you don't know what you're going to get from that fucking guy. Isn't he a fucking nutcase?
Yeah, he's crazy. He says what he wants to say and doesn't...
And see, that's the problem. What he wants to say, not what's right. He's just like, fuck the Mexicans, fuck the black people, fuck the poor people, fuck minorities, suck my ass, and I'm building a fucking wall. That is essentially what Donald Trump has said verbatim. And you know what? He has said some really fucked up shit about his own family. I
didn't hear that.
Oh, no, dude. All right, so this is what he said. His daughter gets married, right? His daughter gets married, and he's like, if I was single, I would date her.
What?
I know, right? That's so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird. I'm just like, well, can you just never talk again? And I like how he's like, I'm this great businessman. Oh, I'm sorry. How many times did you declare bankruptcy? 19? Oh, right. You know business so well. Oh, wait, you hate Mexicans, but you employ one of the largest numbers outside of Nike and Disney? Right, because they're the assholes in this group. And then that one woman who ran up on his stage who was Latino was like, Trump wins, Trump wins. And then now he's doing the whole, I'm going to be bashful look, all shooks. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Fuck you.
That was so staged.
Oh my god, dude, she sold out everybody. You know what? You could say she sold out her own people. No. She sold out every person below the poverty line. She didn't give a fuck. She's fucking right. Dude, you know
she got paid. She got paid for that.
About to get paid, and she did. And what's funny is she probably doesn't pay taxes.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Terrible. I pulled the Trump. That should become a thing. Whenever you say something really racially and politically fucked up, that should be called a Trump. Like,
Make it a thing.
Yes. All right, guys. So that's going to be the theme for today, the Trumps. I'm pulling my Trump card. Ho-ho! It's going to be awesome. I got a good feeling about this episode because we're talking about politics, which is basically... We're all fucked.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? There is one thing of hope. If you look at the history of politics in America, it's never been great. Like, even since the beginning, it really hasn't. I don't like how in our school system we glorify the past. Like, oh, yeah, America was great in the 1940s. What about the Jews, intern camps, and racism? They're fine. We got a black man the president.
I don't think they glorify the past. They just more so say, let's not make those mistakes again, and now we're just making bigger mistakes, and we're like, getting more fucked, you know?
Oh, I so fucking disagree with you right now.
No,
my God.
They do tell us, don't make those mistakes again. Let's learn
now
from
they
it.
do? Before they were like, things were so great in the 1950s. No, actually, they were pretty fucking awful unless you were the middle-income white guy. Notice how I said white guy. Because if you were the white... No, are you... It's fucking true. If you were the white woman, you got fucked in more ways than one. And I don't mean the fun way. I mean the rapey way. I mean, it was bad. All right? Shit got real. And God forbid you weren't white. Oh, Lord Jesus, give us strength. And even then... The definitions of white, you had Italians going against Irishmen, Irishmen going against New Yorkers, New Yorkers going against Bostonians. All the fucking, like, everybody was hating everybody. It's true. Like, I'm sorry, I completely disagree. I feel like when I was in school, they tried to glorify some of the past.
I guess it's different now, but
You see, that's just it, I was talking to one of our coworkers, and he's like, yeah, I have computers in all my classes. I'm like,
yeah,
I had a notebook and a pen.
We didn't have that. We just had a book, a textbook.
Yeah, a fucking book. Yeah, exactly. And even now, that's starting to become fucking rare. And what's funny is like...
E-books now.
Oh, yeah, fucking e-books. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for pirated e-books. I love the idea of pirating e-books. It's going to be magical. It's going to be wonderful. But you know what, though? I feel like another big problem is this whole Trump thing. I like to think he's somehow just kind of like... doing all of this as a big publicity stunt because his TV show got canceled. His books don't sell that well anymore. I think Amy Schumer or Jennifer Lawrence, she said a sentiment that I was actually agreeing with when she's like, yeah, this is just one massive publicity stunt because the Republican Party is not giving him the backing. I mean, he'll
probably still get
he may get the independent, but Bernie Sanders, if he doesn't get the Democratic, Bernie Sanders is going to get the independent. And I would much rather have Bernie Sanders than Hillary Clinton or Trump.
Oh, I would much rather have a monkey than either of those two.
I mean, Bernie Sanders looks kind of like a pale chimp, right? I mean, you know, he's kind of got the old wrinkles. I haven't seen his balls, but you know, I'm sure they're comparable looking zoos. I'm just saying, you know, I'm sure they are comparable. But you know what? It's like we've got all these fucking problems with politics. And we keep saying how we're going to change them every 4 years. I feel like it's gotten to the point where that's never really actually going to happen until a grassroots thing happens. Every time grassroots things happen, they never really pan out. I'm not saying I don't have hope. It's just I feel like as long as you are the best person that you yourself can be and try to just help people and be a decent human being, that's your best chance at honestly making it. It's just trying to be decent, be good to people, and not to mention making people laugh. That's always been my thought on it.
You make me laugh.
Oh, I love making people laugh, Erica. You know that. Yes, everybody, you all know that. I love making everybody laugh. It's one of the few beautiful and free things in life. Believe me, everything else is taxed. There's only two things in life that are guaranteed: death and taxes. Unless you're an illegal immigrant, because then you don't gotta pay shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Hey, are you siding with Trump on this? What?
Trump.
Oh, jeez.
No, guys, I do not side with Donald Trump. I'm not one of those people who are like, yeah, let's kill him. No, let's not do that, all right? I'm not one of those extremists. I just personally don't like him. I think he's a poison.
Oh, yeah.
I think he... You know what? I have one thing to say. You know how we are constantly having to deal with China and their President Zhao Zhang? Mm-hmm. I feel like if Trump and Zhao Zhang got in the same room, Zhao Zhang would eat that motherfucker alive. I don't think he's a real politician. I honestly just...
He's not a real politician. He's a actor and whatnot. He shouldn't be in the political world. He should stick to his
all right,
entertainment.
Erica. So, you know what? I've been doing all this talking. I want you, if you could make one... Without killing someone, because that seems to be the American thing, is if you don't like the president... Well, come on,
it's only happened, what, 3 times?
No. I mean, like, figuratively. Like, that's becoming a common nomenclature is, I don't like someone, kill him! And, you know, it's funny in The Simpsons, ha ha ha, but in real life, there are some people who get pretty aggressive. So without death, if you can honestly try to change one thing in the current political... What would you try to do? Would you try to limit, like, donations from, like, big banks? Would you try to, like, stop people who are clearly not qualified? Would you limit something?
I would definitely limit the campaign spending. That's ridiculous.
Oh, it basically makes it so poor people can't run.
Oh, yeah, and the taxes, where our taxes go.
Oh, where our taxes go?
Yeah, like 50 goes to military spending?
Yeah, a lot of our taxes
That is ridiculous. Oh, I can't.
So, okay. All right, so you think out of the military has enough, or would you...
They have too much.
Or do you think we should, like, minimize the size of the military?
We shouldn't minimize it. They just don't need all these gadgets. Like, we're already a superpower.
Well, you do get that way being a superpower by having a formidable force, though.
Yeah, but they have too much.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I mean, it is pretty well known that we definitely have a much bigger force. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we need to keep that superpower force and image, but we don't need all that money going to it.
Well, you know what? I feel like as two regular civilians, and I don't know, you're not going to serve, are you, in the armed forces? No. I'm not. I'm too fucking fat to serve in the armed forces. I mean, I honestly, I really don't. I think it's two civilians. We're level-headed, but perhaps there are some things where that money's going where we can just not really foresee it.
Well, like the other day, I saw a vet who was homeless, and he was walking around with a sign saying that, like that money should go towards him instead of this fighter plane that is totally ridiculous and billions of dollars.
I was gonna say they're billions.
Billions of dollars.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? That's fair. I was gonna say honestly, I do wish that there was a much better support system for the vets, for the active duty, because that does seem to be quite the terrifying problem on the street. And I will not deny that whenever I go to a Cardinals game, sometimes I've seen that shit. Yeah. I've seen those fucking signs in downtown St. Louis, and it's fucking sad as shit to see those poor people. Yeah, you know, it's genuinely just awful. It is awful. I'm sorry, guys. I have a bit of a bug in my throat. I feel like someone's sticking a pin in my throat. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm also drinking some Dr. Pepper to help quell this fire.
Oh, my God.
But listen, Erica, I want to thank you very much for coming into 20's Know-It-All. I thought this was fun. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wasn't really sure what kind of topic she was going to bring to me, but...
Yeah, he thought I was going to bring in some white girl stuff, but no.
Did you guys know girls can think? I didn't know that. I thought they were just talking vaginas. I mean, that's what I always thought.
You sound like...
These nuts.
Right now.
I mean, I don't mind sounding like the mystery guest. Mystery guest! But, you know, I mean, that's what I always thought. But, you know, Erica, you have enlightened me. Maybe Hillary Clinton would be better.
No, I'm not saying that.
No.
No, like I said, a monkey, probably, if anything.
A female monkey?
A female monkey.
A female monkey.
Let's go, female.
Female monkey. Whoop, whoop. And then we'll still have the men present. You know, gotta keep that boys club running. Guys, I'm sure we've offended you in some way or some form. Honestly, I don't give two shits.
Everyone has their opinion.
No. This is... I've been sarcastic about 99% of this. My personal views are I really have none in politics. I am the least political person you probably ever meet. I genuinely just try to go to school and make people laugh. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. Our next segment is going to be Nerd Talk with Professor X and JC. Erica, thank you very much for coming in. Hope you had at least some fun. You were laughing a fair amount.
Yeah.
All right.
Totally.
Awesome. Thank you, Erica. And welcome back to 20's Know-It-All. I'm your host, Dylan. Guys, today in the studio for the first time, we have JC with us, and Professor X is returning. That's right, Professor X. You know what that means? Nerd Talk, bitches. Let's get real. All right, guys, in today's lineup for Nerd Talk, we're going to talk about superhero lineups. If you had to make a sport team, JC, you like softball, so let's go ahead and start with that. You know, kind of get the ball rolling, both figuratively and literally. Starting lineup for a superhero squad, what would it be?
Well, you know I have that weakness for that mighty hammer of Thor, so...
Well, I have a big weakness for big North sticks, too. It's okay.
Gotta have him line up as the pitcher, because, I mean, he's got those bulging biceps of loveliness.
Dude, he'd be a great hitter, though, with that hammer. He would.
Oh, are we talking offense or defense right now?
You know, let's go and start with defense and then go back to offense, but let's just have it be known, like, you know, Mjolnir or whatever, that ping...
Fourth up to bat, those home run hitters, yes.
Fourth up to hammer.
Up to hammer. Trump!
But yeah, gotta definitely start off with Thor as pitcher.
Okay.
I'm thinking, you know, especially in the Avengers movies, definitely thinking Captain America as catcher, because they got that symmetry, got the shield blockage, you know, all that. Plus,
blockage is good.
they got that Thor shield combo action.
Yeah.
Sparks flying.
They always are.
Thinking, I don't know why I'm thinking Avengers themed right now, but I'm really thinking Black Widow is shortstop.
That sounds
She's
terrible.
Hey, she's very mobile, flexible, can get around really quickly, stop all those balls from getting past.
That sounds like a porn star more
She
than
does
anything,
catch
but
a lot of balls.
It's true. She also fucked the Incredible Hulk, so those are some big balls.
Exactly, nothing's getting past her.
All right, so who's going to be your first baseman then? I feel like Tony Stark would be a pretty good first baseman.
Yeah, I could see
Second
that.
baseman, probably like Falcon.
I was thinking Falcon more for outfield, actually.
Oh, right.
I was thinking more like right field, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, you
Maybe
know what?
center field?
Hey, you know what? I just want to say to everyone and to you guys, this doesn't have to be just Marvel. This can be DC. It can be anime. Whatever superpower you're thinking, go.
Yeah.
All right. Just continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know why I'm sticking to Marvel.
I noticed
But,
that. I was
yeah.
going to say, cut that out, young lady. All right. So third baseman. Who you feeling?
Well, I mean, along the Marvel line, I was thinking Bucky.
Bucky, the Winter Soldier? What the
Yeah.
fuck's he going to do? Like rip off his arm and throw it at you?
Okay,
Come at me, bitch! Come at me, bro.
He was pretty ninja-like, and he's got that chemistry with the catcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how often is a third base gonna throw or a catcher thrown to third?
I
in
mean,
softball?
you got those. Oh, yeah, well, okay, we have a lot of third rundown situations and whatnot, and it helps to have that.
Here's the big question: is
Oh, boy.
having a magnet on the field illegal?
Yeah, I was. Good point. All right, so we got Falcon in outfield. So is he gonna be center, right fielder, or left fielder?
I'm thinking right field for him, having Hawkeye in center, and then the Vision in left field. Yeah.
That's an interesting thought. Okay. All
'Cause
right.
like I said,
all
I'm
right.
making this Marvel themed.
I can tell. All right, Xavier, I'm putting the ball in your court. Do me a favor. Try to do something a little different. Like let's try to be a little. Let's try to go. What are you thinking?
All right. Well, first off,
Softball.
any Jedi in outfield.
I was
is gonna
thinking
fuck
Star
it up,
Wars earlier.
right?
Whenever I thought of this topic, I was like, can you imagine the force push on a fastball? Boom! Catch that bitch.
Right, exactly. And then okay, I need to catch this ball. Oh, hey, look, I caught it. They're out.
Dude,
Fuck
can you imagine the catcher influencing the batter?
Oh,
This is not the pitch you're looking for. I mean, that fucking lightsaber, bing! That'd be fucking epic. Dude, you know what'd be great in the outfield? Rancor.
Yeah.
The fucking Rancor. I got it. Be fucking epic. I'm sorry, continue. Xavier.
Anyway, that was my thoughts getting out of a certain universe's theme.
I'm sorry, I made it. I was trying to stick to a subject.
Then also, I don't know. I was thinking Goku as a pitcher. Because he's got his Kamehameha wave, and he can just fuck some shit up.
I mean, it is Goku. I mean,
It is
Goku
Goku.
does just kind of win. It's just like all he does is win.
No matter what.
I mean, even whenever he's dead, he still fucking wins.
Exactly.
How many superheroes can say that when they're dead, they still win? It's just like all I do is win.
Exactly.
All I do is win, no matter what. I mean, it's fucking epic, dude. I mean, I think it'd be fucking awesome. All right, so who do you got in your outfield then besides the Rancor? Or would the Rancor kind of cover all that? Because he's pretty fucking massive.
He is. He probably takes up the
You know what?
entire
You know who
center
you're
field.
missing, sir?
I know.
You know who
I
you're
was
missing?
thinking of somewhere to put him. I don't know where to put Boba.
Dude, shortstop with that fucking jetpack.
Yeah.
Boom, caught that fucking ball.
He did,
Swish.
indeed.
And he wouldn't vaporize it either, because he set his gun to stun. It'd be fucking great, man.
Exactly.
I feel like if I had a superhero lineup, I'm gonna switch to football because softball is not my shit. No offense. If I had to have a QB, I'm gonna steal Captain America because the QB is kind of like the all-American position. It's been nicknamed that for All-America. I mean, that'd be pretty fucking great. You know who I want as a wide receiver? The Flash.
Yes.
That'd be the best fucking wideout ever.
Yes.
Boom! Got it! You're fucking dope as shit, man. I'd want that. I would want for my running back. Oh, yeah. Can anybody guess? The Incredible Hulk. Tackle that motherfucker! Bring down the Incredible Hulk! I dare you! I double dare you, motherfucker! Try that shit again! Dude, that brings whole new meaning to ground and pound. Oh, you know who would make a great a receiving tight end? Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man be fucking dope as shit, man. All right, so we got that. Now, as far as an offensive lineman goes, basically the beefiest, biggest motherfuckers you can see, like Goliath, Hank Pym in Big Mode, the Abomination.
Yeah.
And then just for shits and giggles, Darth Vader.
Yes.
Just for shits and giggles. Just be like, come at me, defensive end, force choke. Or better yet, I feel like if you had to have like an entire offensive line, just like a bunch of like force pushing Jedi.
Yeah.
Just be like, come at me, defensive ends, go after Captain America. Boom. Then Captain would be like, I wanted to do a cool dodge though, because I had leg day today.
Yeah.
Because
Never skip leg day.
Dude, it's true, because in Captain America 2, he did so much kicking. There was this video I saw on YouTube from CinemaSins, and they're like, yeah, so Captain America 2, he never skips leg day. I mean, it would just be fucking awesome.
Leg day's important, bro.
Hydration. It's awesome. No, all right. So we got that. Now let's talk about something. Let's get it on. Hi, baby. Let's get it on. All right. Superpowered sex positions. Here we go. I feel like it's been done before, but can you imagine like the Hulk trying to fuck someone? Like that'd be so bad. I feel like the girl wouldn't live. You'd have to fuck like a rock.
It's like trying to fire a 40 millimeter from a 50 cal gun.
I don't know what you just said because I don't know guns.
Hold on, we talking Hulk or we
this.
talking Bruce Banner?
Hulk.
Okay.
Bruce Banner's a little wimpy scientist.
Hey.
Yeah, okay. All right, we all saw Avengers 2, how she's doing the whole lullaby bullshit. I like how in the interviews, Jeremy Renner was like, yeah, Scarlett's kind of a slut.
I wonder if Tony has a high-tech sex collection.
That'd be an
He
amazing
probably
sex
made them all. Like, they're all Stark brand.
Stark brand. Every girl he's fucked has been like branded with an S on her uvula or something.
Her uvula?
I don't know. I don't know body parts. What's a vagina? I've only heard of them. I hear it's like a myth, like the third hole. They say the third hole is behind the knee. I'm not so sure.
Jess, is there something you want to tell us?
Yeah, I was going to say, Jessica, where's the third hole? Oh, man. All right, you know what? Speaking of private parts, I was watching an episode of Simpsons, and they opened this comic book store, and it was fantastic, because Bart and Milhouse were running it. And I heard this line, and this is the most subtle jizz joke I've ever heard in my entire life. You all have got to hear this joke. It's so subtle, I can't believe the Fox censors didn't freak out when this happened. Just listen.
Stockroom. Mark down the poochie crap. And then unstick all the Supergirls.
Did anybody else hear that? Unstick all the Supergirls. Yeah. The most subtle jizz joke I've ever fucking heard. I'm like, I replayed that like 4 times. I was like, wait, is that? Oh, that's what he meant. That's nasty. Speaking of sex positions, can you imagine like the Batman hanging upside down from the Batcave and shit? I feel like my balls would like dangle in my face. Oh man! All right, guys. You know what? We are clearly making Jessica uncomfortable.
What?
Calm down, Captain Prude. I mean, JC.
Oh.
Ow! Alrighty, so superhero powers. JC, what are you feeling?
What am I feeling?
That was me.
Feeling as far as like.
Superpower. What would you pick?
Ooh. See, this is a question I've actually been asked a lot. And I've
Okay.
never, I think every time it's a different answer just because there's so many to choose from.
Yeah, there are. There's probably well over 2,000 now.
And then there's always like, you know, the ones that are like, oh, well, you absorb all the powers you're around and stuff like that.
Oh, that's gay.
Yeah, and then,
That's called the rogue. That's like something Donald Trump would say. I would want all the superpowers.
No, he just wants the power to build a wall.
he just wants to. Hey, he needs Thor's hammer for that.
Yeah!
he's not worthy.
You're damn right he's not worthy, but he'd be like, I can probably pay a Mexican to lift it for me. Sorry, guys, the politics ain't coming. Trump's going to be the new thing. Whenever someone says something fucked up, it's going to be called a Trump.
Yeah. Trump card.
Yeah, it brings whole new meaning. Alrighty, not speaking of Trump cards. So what are you thinking, Jessica, as far as a superpower go? What would you think? Without trying to build a wall and keep out, the brown people.
See, I have a weakness for, Avatar, controlling all the elements in nature. Like, that's...
I was gonna say we've actually talked about this
Yeah.
before. We actually had one really long discussion about that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm remembering this. Yeah.
That's up my alley.
Okay, but which would you choose?
That looked really creepy and sort of molesty right
This
there.
is why I'm glad we don't have cameras in this room.
Oh, I would love to have cameras so that people could have seen your priceless reactions. Because Xavier is giving you the bedroom eyes. It's kind of
Oh my
concerning.
gosh.
In fact, I almost want
You
to
actually
wrap.
embarrassed... Yeah.
I actually almost want to
Knock,
wrap
knock.
up this segment, so it's like, all right, that way you two will
3
be
weeks.
alone.
These nuts.
And I will just go grab a beer, right?
These nuts.
He's giving me the nod. Beer is good. All right, come on.
All right.
Superpower, what would it be?
I mean, if I could go, I'd definitely be the Avatar. I mean, all of the elements. But if I had to just choose one, I'd definitely choose Earthbending.
So you can do like metal and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, Xavier's happy.
Because that's like, in all...
It's
like,
the
the metal
best
technology,
one.
like all of them, right?
You see, you guys say that. I feel like water.
I mean, water, but the thing is, if you think about it, there's a bunch of, like, dirt and debris, like, in water that you could still control if you were earthbending.
Yeah,
you think
have
about
you
it.
ever heard of like pure water? Yeah, I was
That
gonna
doesn't
say
exist nowadays.
Oh, you're right, because the Earth is fucked, and they're like,
Pollution,
hey guys,
hashtag.
they're like, guys,
Dirt.
let's go to Mars. Why? No reason. Hey, there's some trash in that water. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen The Martian, turns out NASA like forced a couple things in there. Yeah, I say by the end of our lifetimes, we're gonna be trying to, like go to Mars. All right, Xavier, real quick, brother, superpower. What are you thinking?
Well, there's a lot of choices. I don't know. I've just always digged flight. I think flying would be cool.
That'd be cool, yeah.
You're gonna need like a warm suit though to keep your body warm.
True.
That's pretty dope.
True.
All right.
But flight is fun.
I was gonna say,
fun.
if I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with. Honestly, dude, I'd go with like just the idea of the Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of all that little powers. Because you guys have seen me get mad. Can you
Yeah.
imagine the Force lightning?
Oh, for
Oh.
the sake of all of us, no.
I was gonna say, whenever we would be at work on a busy night, Force lightning, all y'all motherfuckers! And I'd be like, oh shit, Dylan's going to jail.
Just cause a power surge every time. Just shut the building down.
I feel like people will be like, Dylan, I don't feel like working today. Got your back, Jack. There we go. All right, everyone go home. Get hammered. All right, guys. I want to thank you all very much for coming to 20's Know-It-All. This was fantastic, guys. I hope, JC, I hope you had a lot of fun on your first time in here. I was going to say, next time we will not talk about superpowered sex positions because, the entire time your face was just all contorted and like...
I was cracking up.
All right. Well, Xavier, what'd you think for your second time around, brother?
As always, I'm digging being on the show. Love being a part of it.
Digging it.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt digging it. Dig it, man. Dig it. All right, guys. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in to 20's Know-It-All. I'm your host, Dylan. Next up, we'll have the mystery guest. Woo! And welcome back to 20's Know-It-All. I'm your host, Dylan. Guys, I am incredibly pleased to announce that we have a mystery guest. But unfortunately, due to my lackluster ability to contain a secret, really, and everyone else is fucking stupid. Because we're 20s, we think we know it all, and we still fuck everything up. I feel like that's almost like a little nudge like towards the American youth, really, because... Well, that's not really new, that's kind of been like the constant theme.
Right.
So we have the mystery guest, but the cat's out of the bag. It's...
These nuts.
Or, you know what? Ben,
Nuts.
I want to talk to you about this. I was told to call you BD. For
Oh,
baby
really?
daddy. That's what I was told. BD for baby daddy. Take us through that. Where'd that come from? Because Jessica came up to me in the studio, and she's like, Dylan, I found this out on Saturday night. You need to tell
These nuts.
this. I'm like, okay, I'll call
These nuts.
the studio and see how your reaction. Your reaction's pretty good.
That is kind of news to me.
No shit.
Let's just say I'm not paying any child support.
Well, that's
So-
good. Wait, are you... Ben does not endorse abandoning children, but
No.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Fuck those little bastards being born. What a prick.
No, yeah, it just started out as a joke with someone I know and just carried on.
Do I know this someone?
You do know this.
Oh, I do know this someone. Oh, I love these
Yep.
stories. That means you as a listener, you have no idea. And I cannot divulge. Isn't it always fun when you hear a story like that? You really want to know the details, but you just can't tell them.
Do you think your listeners are super invested in my story?
You know what? To be honest with you, we each of our ones, it gets anywhere from like 40 to 100 videos or views / listens. So I feel like a lot of people we do know, you and I know, are listening. I do have a lot of friends who listen. So for us, if we get like 100 views each, Adrian, the last one got about 100 views. I was gonna say people are starting to tune in. People are digging it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna set a new record.
Oh yeah, 120. Woo! Yeah, for America. All right.
These nuts.
You said you want to talk about college. I kind of want to incorporate technology in high school. Guys,
Nuts.
knows technology actually fairly well. He's not like me. He is always keeping up to date. I have a 3-year-old MacBook Pro. He always has the newest phone. He's got the iWatch, the newest one. He's always got the newest everything, whereas I'm, broke and slow and kind of... I'm like a 1980s VW. You see him on the road occasionally, and you're like, oh, look at that. There's still one left. I'm that guy.
Nuts.
He's always the one, the new car, where it's basically self-parking and,
Basically, he's saying I'm irresponsible with my money.
I mean, I really wasn't thinking that until you just said it, but now I feel like an asshole. Well, that's cool. I was actually going to say good job on being able to afford all this.
Yeah.
Prick.
I mean, the corner is hard work.
The corner is hard work. I mean, I've had to slap quite a few people. They would come up to me and say, Big Daddy Dylan, I'm tired, and I got a cold. And I'd say, bitch, get back on that corner. And then some guy came up to me, something about how his schwanz had some phlegm on it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm not supposed to talk about that. Prostitution is against the law, and I am always in favor of obeying the law. Because as you know, morality and legality always go hand in hand. Yeah. Alrighty.
These nuts.
So you graduated in 2009. Yep. I graduated in 2010. When we started working together, it was actually kind of weird because you were kind of quiet at first a little bit, and then I just started making all of these horrible jokes. I should have been fired my first month, I feel like.
Yeah, basically you don't know where the line is because you passed it so long ago. Like you can't even see it with binoculars if you turn around.
That's fucking funny though. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That is fair. Guys who know me, at work, I'm really not that much different. But there was one time you said you noticed a difference.
Oh yeah, when the first time that I actually saw you outside of like a work setting.
Yeah.
I realized that you actually were trying to hold back and be work appropriate at work. It really blew my mind. I had no idea it could go any further, but it went way further.
Imagine after I get a few in me, shit gets real, and things get awkward because shit gets said. Yeah, I pull a Trump, a lot of them. Good God, I'm Donald Trump without being Donald Trump. The crazy thing is, I'm bald as fuck too, and so is he.
He's getting there.
Yeah, he's got like some like weird like felt thing on his head. It looks like someone laid a fucking honey badger on his skull. All right, stay there while he poses with photos. But yeah, so you and I, whenever we finally got to know each other a little bit, we found out that we kind of grew up in a very similar area. You went to Pattonville, I went to Rittner.
Yep.
And I like how we always make these jokes, guys, where it's like, oh yeah, we're supposed to hate each other. It's like, for us in high school, it's always like, all right, yeah, they're the rival, yeah, woo. Like I never got that into it. You never really.
Not super into it.
Yeah, I never felt like that killing lust, like, because like, do you remember those guys in high school who were like, they really fucking hated you?
Yeah.
Like everyone who's graduated or even a senior, I'm sure we've all met those people. They fucking hate. They will destroy cars. They will egg cars. They will slash tires. They will shit in your fucking bathroom. No, I'm serious. I've actually got a story. I swear to God.
They're gonna shit in your bathroom? Where else? Wouldn't it be worse if they shit on your couch or something?
No. Hear me out. I know it sounds nice, but it's not. I used to be on the tennis team.
Okay.
And we went to an opposing school. I will not say who, and I'll not say who did it. They shit in their floors in their bathroom. And they showed me a photo of it, and it was horrible. there was like 9 piles of fat shit everywhere, and one of them had diarrhea. So it like lavaed all over the place.
What did they eat?
I don't know. I know beforehand
Spicy
I went
chicken
out.
sandwich.
Well, see, I didn't do it because I was a pussy, and I was 14 at the time, and I was kind of a fat kid. Now I was the only fat kid on the tennis team, so I was like, all right, I was scared. I'll admit it. I didn't want to get in trouble. You know, I was just kind of a pussy, and plus, to be honest with you, that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, you know,
I mean,
let me just shit on your aluminum, or I'm sorry, not tile or some shit. I don't fuck aluminium or whatever the fuck it's called.
Linoleum.
Linoleum. Thank
There
you.
we go.
Linoleum.
I mean, they're not going to send the kids that go to that school in to clean up your shit. It's the guy that works there.
It's gonna be the fucking janitor. He's gonna fucking come in. Nope, I quit. Put in his 2 weeks and shit.
Right.
But yeah, that happened, and I actually ended up winning that day, and 2 of them lost. And I was like, oh, that must be karma for shitting on their fucking floors. And they're like, shut up, Dylan. And I was like, okay. But no, we actually met a lot. We actually know a lot of the same people, which I thought was really, you know, kind of a small world type of thing.
Right, yeah.
Because I've never met anyone who grew up in my area. Because in St. Charles, if you notice, whenever you tell them you grew up in North St. Louis, they're like, oh, how are you not dead? Have you met those people yet? There's a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. They're like, how many times have you been
shot?
Like,
how many times have you seen a gun? Have you bought cocaine or something? Have you gotten the cocaine question or heroin question yet?
No, actually.
I got the coke question once. Never got the heroin, as in serious. I did have one girl. I was in Colombia. She's like, oh, do you know where to buy cocaine? I'm like, well, no. Why the fuck would I? And she goes, oh, well, I figured because you're from that area. I'm like, oh, yeah. Because all of us just going around snorting off people's asses. Just, give me that spelling test.
Yeah, it's with your, like, welcome pamphlet. They have, like, the drug dealer hotspots, like, all that.
I mean, you know what? That's good to know, though.
But, you know, this is kind of funny. Not really, but I'm going to say it is.
Go ahead.
There was actually a drug dealer shot behind my house. On the street behind my house. So,
God damn it.
These nuts.
so when people, like, make these stereotypes, I can't really fight them on it too hard.
I mean, I can. I grew up in Overland. Shit. And you grew up near me.
Yep.
I was going to say, you grew up, like 12 blocks away or some shit. But, see, I never had that. See, the worst thing that ever happened to me growing up in that area was I used to walk everywhere whenever I was growing up because my dad didn't want to drive us because, you know, he didn't fucking want to. And my mother wasn't driving. So I walked everywhere. One time I had a guy yell out the window, keep walking, badass.
Oh, my God.
And I had my headphones in, but I kind of had it down because, you know Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whenever you're walking down Woodson, it's busy. You can't hear your fucking music because there's all those cars. So I kind of had it down. And he just slowed down. And I hear that. And I'm like, well, that is the benefit of walking. Like, I wasn't even that mad. So, what's funny is I was carrying a bunch of candy and shit for my dad. That's the best part of all. The candy wasn't even for me. Because my old man was like, yeah, give me some Whoopers, Dr. Pepper, bag of fucking munchies and shit. I'm like, all right, Dad. All I had for me was, I think, like a fucking Coke. I swear to God. So I got like all, and my sister had stuff and all this shit. And I'm just like.
So you have bought Coke before?
Coca-Cola. Oh, that is the worst joke ever on here. Oh my God.
Plenty more coming your way.
Oh yeah. You're talking to Dylan, and this guy can testify to how many awful, terrible, and wonderful things I've said in my life. Oh, shucks.
These nuts.
Let's just kind of go into it, man. High school, like the differences now. Because of where we work, we deal with a lot of high schoolers. And to be honest with you, I almost have trouble, not that I'm trying to relate, but trying to think back, it's like I never had that problem. Like the laptops and shit. I'm sure you listeners, I'm sure you guys have all noticed this. When I graduated in 2010, we had a computer lab, I think 2 or 3, and then we had, I think I'd say like 25 computers in the library. And you could only use the computer lab when you were in certain classes, you had to sign it out, and it was kind of a hassle. And I think there was one laptop card that you could check out. And there was these shitty $200 Acers. I mean, these things were fucking awful. This is like Windows 95. I feel like they all just like went to a thrift store and just bought the entire amount. I was like, we'll just wipe the memory and say, here you go, student. Because I feel like that's what they did. But nowadays, You know, our coworker's like, yeah, I got this fucking Mac. I'm like, you're able to check out Macs? What do you think about that? Isn't that fucking crazy, man? How much
it's
it's
insane.
evolved?
Like, the technology that they're putting into school, I mean, I think part of it, I think it's kind of good. Because, I mean, that's where a lot of stuff is moving. So they need to know how to, like, use all that. The thing that's craziest for me is how much cell phones have advanced.
Oh, my God.
Because I don't know about you. My first cell phone had, like, black and white video.
Yeah.
Like, that you couldn't really see what was happening. It was almost, like, pixelated to begin with.
See, my parents were cheap. They did not buy me my first cell phone. My first cell phone, my older brother actually tried to arrange for my father to get, and it was this shitty British smartphone. It was like 2009 when the smartphone first came out. This was from a British brand. I can't remember the name. It was like Quelva or something. And the touchscreen interface was garbage. Yeah. Did not work. It had like a 1.5 star. I was like, this is the worst one ever. It was so bad. After that, I actually went back to a flip phone for 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, fucking smartphones. I'm sure anyone who's been on Facebook, you've seen this. Whenever they discovered you could watch porn on your mobile phone, the screen started getting bigger again. So in this photo, guys, you see like the 1980s cell phone, the 1992, 95, 98, and then it goes 2005 with the little screen, and it said first smartphone. When they discovered you could watch porn, started getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger again. And I was like, that's fucking accurate. That's fucking accurate. Like, any one of us right now could pull out our smartphones and do it.
I mean, yeah.
Granted, I wouldn't do that in public. You know, I would bring a towel.
Yeah.
That way people knew. Yeah, you know.
It's kind of like breastfeeding in public, but for your penis.
Well, you know what? Maybe I should join the public breastfeeding fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
I should just go on their Facebook page and be like, listen, ladies, this man with a perfectly working schwanz is on your side. I can't whip my dick out and, you know, take care of it. But when your boobs get hard because you're not milking it, suddenly it's a problem. I mean, you know, you could just take little Timmy in the crapper, just like I do with my little Timmy. Take him in the crapper. Milk it, come back out, and finish my meal. I mean, you know.
You go mid-meal?
I mean, when the occasion arises, you don't say, calm down, Pop 10. You go take care of it.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, this chicken breast is so good. Hold up, I'll be right back. Let me go take care of this.
Boy, that cherry pie. Brings whole new meaning. Actually, it doesn't, but I'm gonna go take care of this. Can someone give me 2 mounds of vanilla ice cream? Someone put some chocolate in the middle. Our soundboard is looking at me with extreme disgust right now. This is marvelous. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. The technology in high school is just changed. You kind of want to mention college, because I'm in college right now, and you just started going back. You're going to UMSL.
Yep.
You know what? I feel like I've been lied to, honestly, a little bit. College, some of you may disagree with me, maybe because you're in a fraternity, but even then I feel like it's still kind of overrated. College is not that great. I mean, I feel like, you know what? Can I tell you something? Yeah. This is going to sound a little pathetic, and guys, this is kind of going to be a coming out for me. Nothing weird. Both my brothers actually, and a lot of friends were like, Dylan, you make so many friends in school. I never did. And at my age, I am proud to say, you want to know where I started kind of, I feel like, coming out a little bit, having more friends? It's honestly where we work right now. Yeah. Because I feel like at our place, it was just such a great environment for that.
Absolutely.
It really was. And I cannot tell you how many times, I mean, we've had some frustrating days, yeah. Oh, you know, guys, no workplace is perfect, you know. But I'll be honest with you, I feel like I had that experience at this job working at the movies. You know, it's just been so much fun. And I've met so many wonderful people, and the guests are great. But in college, everyone's like, yeah, you meet all these friends of similar interests. I'm like, maybe it's because I had no problems with Flow Valley. I loved Flow. Mm-hmm. I don't like how everyone's like, oh, it's ghetto, which of course we all know what that means. There's black people there. No way! You mean people are trying to learn? Holy shit! I mean, it blows fucking people's minds. But Lindenwood, though, I mean, no offense, Lindenwood, it's just, student body, y'all say some kind of fucked up stuff. I mean, more than I do. And what's worse is when people mean it. Mm-hmm. See, that's something I feel like a lot of people need to differentiate. When you say something is messed up, but does the person mean it?
Yeah.
Are they joking? When a person means something like that, and I'm not going to give examples, I'm not going to call people out, but I am slightly tempted because when a mic in front of you, sometimes you just kind of want to go. You hear some really messed up stuff. You really do, man. And honestly, I try to disassociate myself with that. But to me, where I made friends and where I really had fun and do stuff outside of that is where we were. Mm-hmm. And kind of like what we're doing right now, man. It's pretty fucking dope. And I got to admit, this is where I got that experience. So, excuse me. So I'm not trying to get on my high horse, guys, but if anyone's ever like, oh, this is where this is going to happen, I want to try to tell people, hopefully it will happen sometime in your life. I've been fortunate to where it happened to where I worked. And it's honestly fucking rad. And I've had a lot of terrible jobs. I've worked for horrible places. This is by far the best. Without doubt, in my fucking mind, I can say that 100%. And when I graduate, it's going to be fucking sad as shit. But, Ben, what... Do you think the college experience is all it's cracked up to be, brother?
I think that the college experience is very rewarding, but I was asked multiple times in high school, where are you going to school, where have you applied? Not once did anyone sit me down and say, what do you want to do?
What are you passionate about?
You get into something, and I was general transfer studies, just like, I don't know, I have to get these credits out of the way anyway. I'll figure the rest out later.
Okay.
But we're asking these, 18-year-old kids to invest in something decisions when they can't even drink yet.
Now, these nuts. You're 24?
25.
Okay, I'm sorry, 25.
Yeah.
I'm 23.
Old as shit.
No. What I'm getting at is we can both verify. We have changed drastic amounts at that time. And we did not know what we were doing when we were 18. I honestly barely have an idea what I'm doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm getting at is I don't like the fact that 18-year-old students, the decision you make when you're 14 will affect for the rest of your life. Granted, we can talk about how we don't like that and how the world's not perfect and blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, it does kind of suck, though.
Right. Here.
I mean...
accrue a bunch of debt.
Yeah.
And then...
Hopefully it works out.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
And, nowadays, it's like, oh, you graduated? Oh, but you don't have experience. We're not going to hire you. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I can attribute a lot of that to the fact that people just automatically think they deserve a job. And... but on the flip side, going to the flip side of that, though, it's like, oh, just because you graduate does not mean you deserve a job. Does not mean you're going to automatically get it. The work is not over yet. If anything, the work is now just beginning.
Absolutely.
And it's I feel like we've gotten to this dreamlike state of, okay, you worked hard for 4 years. Here's a cushiony job. Those days are gone. And I really wish more people genuinely understood that. I feel like a lot of people say they get it, but I don't know. I don't think they do. Granted, guys, I'm no fucking master of psychology or whatever. The only thing I really know anyway, is mathematics and a passion for cars and good old American football. But, man, as far as the college experience, see, you say it's very rewarding. Do you mean the classes, what you learn? Because that I can get behind.
Oh, see, I would almost say, the opposite.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. What do you think?
I mean, I think the life lessons you get, especially if you go away to school, I feel it's kind of a reality check for a lot of people, and just the responsibility that you didn't even realize you needed to have, it really starts to add up. I learned at Merrimack, I got some money back for stuff, and when I stopped going there, I didn't realize that the debit card, student ID they make you sign up for started just taking money away. I lost almost $200-$300 that the bank just took away from me because I didn't close my account out fast enough. That's a lesson that I wouldn't have known.
Damn, dude.
If not for that.
$300.
Yeah. It was rough.
That's 3/4 the way to a PS4 now. We could have had a PS4. These nuts. Look at what we don't have, man. Man. Wow. Damn. See, I feel like I got my life lessons in a very unique way, but you know what? That is not for today's discussion. That is a very different topic. If any family is listening to this, you guys know what I'm referencing. But, you know, that's okay. You know. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to give a shout-out to Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy. She's a great manager. Woo!
Hi, Chrissy.
Yeah. Yeah, she told me, she's like, Dylan, give me a shout-out. I'm like, you got it. So now I'll tell her and be like, look up for the mystery guest segment. Oh man, this was a lot of fucking fun. Just for shits and giggles, superpower. What would it be, brother?
Superpower?
Superpower, man. Fuck it. Let's make that a thing. Superpower.
Gosh, like, could I say I want to be like a genie, so I could like grant people's wishes?
That's actually the most selfless thing I think anyone's ever said on the show. That's actually kind of beautiful. Hey, Adrian, can we save this sound bit? That was actually beautiful.
Oh.
All right, we're going to save that.
I think you misunderstood. I just want bitches to rub me.
You son of a bitch. I took that in the greatest direction, and you're like, I just want to get my dick rubbed. You son of a bitch. You raised my hopes and then dashed them. Oh my gosh.
These nuts.
I believed in you. I was picturing Robin Williams, and he was hugging Aladdin, and then you slashed him. Oh, sweet Mary, Mother of God. That was cruel.
I apologize.
I am so disappointed in you. Get out. Just.
These nuts.
Oh. You know what? That's actually kind of genius, though, because in the movie, didn't he have, like, infinite power? But then, living space. Sorry, guys, that's a terrible impression. I said itty-bitty living space, if you couldn't hear that. But yeah, isn't it like the big trade-off, though? It's like, you know, you have all this power, but you can't do anything with it unless someone rubs your lamp.
Right? Yeah, I mean, that would be the trade-off.
Damn. You know, Genie was stuck in there for 10,000 years in the Cave of Wonders.
But he had a great attitude throughout the whole thing.
That's because it's Robin fucking Williams, all right? If I could be a fifth of that man's greatness, I think that'd be just fantastic. Honestly, guys, that's honestly kind of been like a little bit of an idol of mine. Was Robin Williams? That man could do so much with that smile and his voice and his integrity and his dignity and the way and the comedy he brought with it, just his sheer presence. I would kill to have just a little bit of that ability, just to enter a room and you make people laugh and smile. That's beautiful. I'm serious.
That's something special.
It really is. I would kill to have to do that. Just a little bit of what he could do. That was incredible, man. And you know, Genie is actually a great fucking idea, man. Just mystical fucking powers and shit.
Exactly.
Oh, man, that's fucking dope. All right.
These nuts.
Got another question for you.
All right.
Favorite car? You knew this was coming. You had to know something.
Favorite car.
You had to know something. Say your grandma's Honda Civic.
My grandma's Honda Civic.
What?
You know, in 1997, like
97 green with the automatic startup.
Oh,
hey Ben,
yeah.
does that come stock?
No.
Oh, I thought automatic startup in the 97 came stock.
We'd have to ask my uncle who bought it. I think originally it had automatic start, but that like went out. I mean, it was a special option that he got.
In 97 they had that. Are you fucking with me?
No, it really had like an automatic start on it, but we had to get a new one because the original one went out.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I always consider myself kind of knowledgeable when it came to the Civics. I had no idea that was ever an option pre 2007. I had no idea. That's fucking incredible, man. That's fucking incredible. Oh man, wow. Oh, dude. All right, so we talked about technology, high school, other weird ass shit.
Just a random bullshit
I was
like
usual.
Say,
pretty much just like
Nut, these nuts.
Hello. Hi. How's it going?
This is my impression of you. Hello. My grandma's green Honda Civic. Come on, guys. Let's go out and get some beers and bitches. Just give me a quick rub down.
Like,
stop saying no.
Just so you guys realize how fucked up this actually is. Like, I have my grandma's Civic because she passed away and it was left to me.
Well, now I feel like an asshole.
So,
you never told me that before this. Now this is gonna air. Well, I thought you bought it from her.
No.
Oh shit! I thought you bought that from her.
No.
God damn it!
These nuts.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Fuck.
It's okay. It's like a piece of her is always with me.
No, that's actually really fucking cool because that is a pretty sweet car.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that's always a pretty fucking radical car, dude. I mean, you know, obviously stock they're kind of boring, but you can customize them in a lot of fucking badass ways and shit.
Definitely. You can sink a lot of money into them.
All right,
and if it makes it more fun for you, though, it's worth it.
Right on, man. I was going to say, I mean, not to mention, Josh told me you once sort of like drifted a little bit coming off an exit ramp. Is that true?
Yeah. I think I was coming home from like a Mac Miller concert.
Mac.
Yeah. I listened to Mac Miller.
That's okay. That's okay.
And
no judgment here.
So like, I was just getting on the ramp and it just started to go. And my brother was in the car with me.
But Josh said he was with you. Is this the same story or?
It happened in other. I mean,
how many times is your grandma's Honda Civic slid just whee?
I mean, obviously at least twice. Yeah.
Shit, man. I would have looked into that and been like, why is my car sliding every time I try to turn above 30 miles an hour?
I think around that time is when I decided it would be a good idea to get new tires.
That's a wise choice.
Yeah.
Man. That's a very wise choice. All right. Let's talk about your love life. How's that going? Got any bitches?
No, nothing to report on that front.
Nothing to report on that front? Ladies, he's single. He has blonde hair and he's beautiful. He's my man, though. But, I'll share.
Right. I mean, me and Dylan have a special relationship, so you'd have to fight pretty hard to steal me away from him.
I'm on this man like fat on a donut. I'm for real. Fat on a donut on my ass. That made sense in my head. Don't judge me, bitch. Oh, man. Dude, my mind's kind of shot right now. And what's your favorite type of music? I know you like gangster rap.
I honestly, it'd be very hard to find something I can't enjoy.
Country? Really? You like country?
I do like country, actually.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because I know
like
a certain
country.
coworker of ours likes a lot of pop music.
Yeah, I mean, but so I like what I call white music, like,
Wait, white boy music?
White music, like, country and All Time Low and things like that.
I don't know who that is. I don't listen to country music. I guess I'm not that white man.
But I also really like rap, and so I just hate when people dismiss something before they give it a try.
That's fair.
There are certain exceptions to the rule. Like, I don't need to be shot to know it would hurt, and I wouldn't enjoy it. But when it comes to music, it's like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Like, we'll see what happens.
Jesus Christ, that fucking escalated quickly. Boom, boom, motherfucker. Oh man. All right, that's a fair fucking point, man. That is definitely a fair fucking. I don't need to get shot either. I can honestly say I've not been shot. Dude, did I ever tell you what happened the first time when shooting with my friend?
I don't think so.
All right, guys. So check this out. About 3 months ago, my best friend takes me shooting. Great guy. I've known this guy since I was 2 years old. Very funny, very good guy. Works his ass off, and he has one of his rare days off because he works like 5 days a week, like 60 hours plus.
Damn.
Yeah, he works hard. So he's like, Dylan, I want to take you shooting for your first time. Because my dad owned guns, but he wasn't a hunter. He wasn't a shooter.
Right.
So I never grew up in that environment. I always kind of grew up like, if you use guns for fun, it's like, I kind of look at you like something might be a little wrong. Well, I didn't grow up in that culture. But anyway, he takes me shooting. So you got to put the little fucking earplugs in, right?
Okay.
All right, guys, so this is what happened. So I put these earplugs in when we're still near the counter where you get them from. And the guy's like, all right, go down there, open the door, wait for the door to close. When that door is 100% closed and you open the other door, then you go in there and you go to your target range. You're on range number, I don't know, let's say 10. I'm like, okay. The entire time I'm in there, I'm hearing gunshots. Now, I've never been around a gun before that actually was firing.
All right.
So this was a whole new experience. We go in the one room. These guns are so loud. I open this door. My friend goes through. I turn my back to make sure that second door closes because they made it very fucking clear. Make sure the doors are closed. I didn't want to fuck anything up. Some kid fired, I don't know, some fucking rifle behind my head. Holy shit. My bowels almost opened up. I was like, oh my God. I did not flinch. I ducked. Everybody stopped and stared at me. I was like, I'm sorry. And my best friend, he's just smirking. He's like, it's okay, Dylan. You were just really scared. For like 5 minutes, every time a gun went off, I was just like shaking. I was like, oh my God, fuck! Like, you have to be desensitized to this shit.
But it's like natural instinct, right? When you hear that go off, like...
You want to duck. You want to run away. Like,
if we think about it in terms of, like, survival of the fittest,
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, fuck, nope,
The people that hear a gun go off and just stand there like nothing happened are the ones that would die first.
I was like... See, you're looking at this from the bright side. I was like, Dylan, you're a fucking pussy. You coward. You're a coward, man. And my best friend was actually really cool about it because he kind of understood. Because, he actually said to me later, he's like, there were a lot more people because we went in the middle of the day. This was on like a Wednesday. I was off from work.
Yeah.
And it was also over summer break. Well, maybe that might have been it. But he was like, it's cool, Dylan. You weren't used to that. There were so many people in there and it was so awesome. Oh my fucking God. I fired for the first time. The first bullet I fired out of his gun, the hot shell went back and hit my arm. I was like, ah, shit! It fucking hurt. It burnt. I was like, God damn, man. I was like, this sucks.
Why does anyone do this?
Who enjoys this? And then what's funny is, like, I like to fish and hike and stuff, and then I've met people who are like, it's the stupidest fucking thing. Who enjoys this? And then you'll see my fat ass out on the lake. You want to give me that catfish?
I really enjoy drinking, too. That's like what I call fishing. Because that's just about the only way I can stomach it.
See, I don't need to be drunk, but I gotta admit, when you're with friends, if you're by yourself, it's kind of weird and a little pathetic.
Borderline alcoholism.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like if you're drinking by yourself while fishing, you might have a problem. Smidgen.
Just a little bit.
Smidgen.
Just a little bit.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, it was fucking crazy. And then I couldn't hear for a day and a half. I'm right here. Couldn't hear shit.
It's like the highlight of the
Dude,
story.
I swear to God. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to add that part. I couldn't hear afterwards. So we stopped for ice cream, and he's like, Dylan, what do you want? I'm like, what? He had turned off the music and turned off the air. He's like, Dylan, what do you want? What? I couldn't fucking hear my right ear.
Is it like ringing?
Oh,
like,
it was a constant ringing. It kept going from high pitch to low. It was like, I was like, I should go to a doctor. 2 days later, it was fine.
Yeah. The first time, or one of the first times I went shooting, because, my dad's pretty similar to yours. Like, he's got guns, but not really.
He wasn't, active with it.
Yeah. It's one of those things that,
you're not sure
don't
why they
come up.
Yeah.
And,
hey, Dad, how about we go back and start shooting some fucking squirrels? You got it, son.
Okay. Now that you talked about squirrels, this is an interesting transition. But there's actually a company somewhere on the internet or something where no, not flying squirrels.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's actually more gruesome than that.
Oh shit!
But like, those like Davy Crockett hats with like the tails going off them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, you can sell real squirrel tails to a company for like 50 cents a tail or something like that.
Oh, no.
And so we're over at my grandparents' house for Father's Day.
Oh, y'all went out squirrel shooting.
No. But there was something red on the driveway.
Oh, no.
And so I'm like, Grandpa, what's that? He's like, oh, I think I forgot to clean up some squirrel.
So casually.
So I'm like, what? He's like, well, they get on my bird feeders, so I have like a pellet gun. I just, shoot them and I cut the tails off and send them in for money. He's like, we get about 50 cents a tail. Like, if they're old, they don't give you as much, like, because he's like, I keep them in the freezer.
Well, it's a very, up and down market for squirrel tails.
This man got a check for nearly $20.
Oh my God. He wasn't fucking around.
For those of you keeping track at home.
That's 40 tails.
There are 40 dead squirrels at some point.
Oh my God. I feel like your grandma's going to be like, our backyard used to be so much more lively. I like the change. It's a good change. And your grandpa's just sipping a beer. Took care of it for you, honey. Yeah. Now get daddy another beer.
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, I want to thank you very much for coming on the show today, brother. I hope you enjoyed 20's Know It All, man.
Thanks for having me.
You know what? What's funny is, like, whenever I try to get new people to come on, because, this is only our 5th episode, people are always like, oh, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, we don't fucking know. We just kind of go. I feel like if our director, Tony, were here today, Tony, we miss you, buddy. I know you're busy, though, man. I feel like he'd back that up. He's just like, we don't fucking know. I feel like Adrian would be like, we just kind of talk about everything. He's just, our soundboard guy, anything. Adrian's just kind of like shrugging. He's just like, yeah, pretty much. I mean, nothing's really off limits, really. Yeah, this is kind of what we do, man. But to be honest with you, I feel like this is actually why Adrian and Tony wanted us to do this. Because this all started at work. This is like where all these, like, really, think about it. Think about everything we talked about. This is pretty much, you could argue, pretty fucking similar.
Right, but, we never use, like, profane language at work or anything like that.
Yeah.
No,
we're good people. But I want to thank you very much for coming on the show, brother. We hope to have you again, man.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you all very much for tuning in today. This has been 20's Know It All. I am your host, Dylan. This has been a horrible, profane, disgusting, despicable, awful episode. Tune in next Monday for next week's episode. Are we going to have Matt? I hope so. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good night.